Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. So, I know you guys can hear me. I'm a little cloggy, alright? I actually don't feel that bad. I'm just a little cloggy. This weather is acting up. It's my first time being sick in years, so I guess I'll take it. But today, I wanted to discuss energy harvesting. I actually wanted to go into time and break down time and alignment, but it just came to my attention that energy harvesting is going on. It's happening. This whole situation with the baby and Drake and the white girl. And all right, guys, look. We all have energy, right? And this goes back to the Jezebel spirit. Like I said a few segments ago, the Jezebel spirit is not just a spirit of lust, right? It's a spirit of deceit. It's a spirit of a thievery, right? This is a spirit of many actions. And energy harvesting is no different here. So to harvest someone's energy is to steal their energy, manipulate them, manipulate the energy, and use someone's energy for your own gain. Most of the time, this is happening without the victim knowing that their energy is being stolen from them. So if you notice yourself getting around particular people and you're suddenly tired, you don't want to do what you had your mind strongly and your heart strongly set on doing. Once you get around certain people or a person, your emotions change. You were just happy and feeling really good, and then you get around particular people or person. Your energy, you're like sad or angry or irritated. These are usually some of the classic signs of someone harvesting your energy. This is dangerous because this is a form of spiritual manipulation. Now, if you're an empath, like myself, someone who has the innate ability to pick up on others' thoughts and feelings and emotions, it's slightly different. Most empaths have this countless amount of energy. So no matter how much energy you steal from an empath, you may never drain them the way you may want to as a energy harvester. In fact, most empaths freely give their energy because they know when someone needs their energy. That's mainly the purpose of the empath. Most empaths are healers or mystics. I'm a mystic. We'll get into that later. We talked about healers, mystics, mermaids, and psychics, and mediums, and witches, good witches, bad witches. We talked about that, but we're going to go back into that. I'm a mystic. I come from a family of witches, but when my mom had sex with my dad and made me, I got some of his bloodline and it cut into the witch bloodline, and I became a mystic healer. So I'm a mystic and I'm a healer. Confusing to people who are not spiritually inclined. I know. Don't scream at me. Okay? I think this topic is important because it's a lot of people who steal your energy and you may not be aware of it. I'm not going to pick on any cultures, but a lot of people from Hispanic background, a lot of Southerners, a lot of Caribbean people, a lot of African people, they will harvest your energy and take the energy to an altar and magnetize it and use it. So let's say I'm an entrepreneur and I have this ability to do multiple things, right? What happens is when someone harvests my energy, they now get my gifts, my abilities, my blessings, my abundance. So it's very important. That's why they say to be around like minds, because when you are a person of particular spiritual gifts, your ability to protect yourself and stop someone from stealing your energy is going to be determined by your awareness of this even going on, or just simply being around people who mean you some good. You know, some people don't mean you any good, and they'll put, roots on you, they'll poison your food, they'll send you the evil eye. They will have altars set up with your pictures and your name and your belongings on it. It goes very deep, guys. And just as a side note, as spiritual people, because I'm going to assume you're spiritual if you're here, as spiritual people of the light, you have the ability to dismantle those altars with your tongue. Our tongue is very powerful. So it's important for you to constantly pray over yourself, your family, your children, your spouse, your business, your home, your health. It's very important because you never know who has an altar with your name on your picture. And I'm laughing because I looked at there's a lady, she's a preacher, her name is Tiffany Montgomery. I watch her on YouTube, and I'm Muslim, by the way. But messages from the Most High, messages from the Most High. It doesn't really matter how it's coming, as long as it's coming from a pure vessel, right? Tiffany Montgomery. It's like Tippphani. It's like spelled like oddly. She did like a 3-hour sermon on how altars can be dismantled by us. We have been given the authority and the power to break these things up. Yes, altars, they are a form of energy harvesting. I even had one guy, he's Caribbean, he's Guyanese. He told me a few stories, and it kind of just like made me like, huh? One thing was a lot of Caribbean people, what they do is they take your name, they write it on a piece of paper, and they put it in their shoe and they walk on it. This is something that's said to keep people down. I was having a stalker issue for some time, and he suggested that I go get parchment paper, write his name on the paper, fold it up, put it in some foil, and put it in the deep part of the freezer. This is him verbatim, not me. Now, I was immediately reluctant to doing so because that's too close to doing magic. I mean, that's all manipulation. Even though he was stalking me and he wouldn't leave me alone, and he was a cop, so that's like the hardest part because he is the law, so he knows how to get around those things. Excuse me. So yeah, that was one of the things that I noticed. I've heard a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. Not like rituals done in my face, but like some things that people do to protect themselves spiritually. I'm in love with water. I know water protects me. It's just really weird. So just try to keep things, little trinkets, not trinkets, but things. I think the word of the Most High is one of the main things. Prayer, your ability to connect with your ancestors, fasting. These are just a few things that will help you protect your energy. And I mean, just being consciously aware of where you spend this energy is important. Remember, energy is currency. So how you spend it is very important. I mean, it can come back to you in many forms. So I think it's important to keep this awareness up of the possibility that someone can actually steal your energy and use it and benefit from it without you knowing. So, it's important to really, really have a close relationship with the Most High and a close relationship with yourself, because if you lack both, I mean, lacking one is one thing, but lacking both, that's scary, right? How do you get your guidance? Because if you are not tapped into the Most High or yourself, you are pretty much like a bird in cat land, right? So I just made that up. I never heard that before, right? You're like a bird in cat land. So I think one of the main things to take away from this segment is to really, really pay attention to yourself when you're around anybody, and to really, really master staying in balance, exercising, eating properly, not eating a lot of dairy products, not eating a lot of meat, drinking plenty of water, staying away from sugar. Prayer and meditation and exercising are some of the best ways to just stay in tune and in balance. Of course, being tapped in with the Most High is the main thing, but in terms of being in control of your own energy and seeing what you can do, those are some of the main things. Your relationship with the Most High is gonna determine a lot of things. I mean, God is a God of revelation. He doesn't expose. So when something is off, He will reveal it to you. We get signs. It's up to us to take it. It's up to us. So, that's all up to you. And again, this whole energy harvesting thing is dangerous, because the last thing you want is for a witch to steal your energy and then use your energy in a ritual, a death spell ritual, to place you in your energy, to use your energy to kill or make a sacrifice, right? So, in a nutshell, I think it's important to pretty much have this real relationship with God first and then yourself. Having the two, you won't be failed. I mean, your sense of self is really important. You'll know if something is off. Again, I use the baby and drink incident because that's all it is. It's cultural appropriation and it's energy harvesting, and it's like, hey, look at me, look at what I can do. I can dance, I can rap, I can get fake lips and a fake butt. All those things is just a part of energy harvesting. I mean, even when someone at the grocery store deliberately, I'm saying deliberately because I'm clumsy and I've run into people before. When someone deliberately comes to disturb your peace, to start an argument, to start a fight, that's energy harvesting. When someone's trying to make you mad for no reason, that is energy harvesting. So excuse me. It's hard. I'm gonna go because I don't want to spread my germs through the potty. I'm gonna drink some water and lay back down, eat some soup. But I definitely want you guys to enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope your week is gonna be good. Peace.